the second episode of Tomb of Annihilation. Who wants to talk about what happened last week?
I feel like we landed somewhere. We went to some peninsula.
We got to hang out at a bar with a possibly terminally ill elf who hired us to get her some health care.
Oh, girl, you're cutting out a lot.
Dang.
Is it just mine?
Yeah, she wasn't cutting out for us.
Oh, it's just me.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
going.
Who needed help getting her healthcare needs sorted out, much like modern today everywhere. And
She wants us to find a necromantic artifact, this soulmonger.
Yes.
Which is
By the
affecting
way-
not just her, but anyone ever raised from the dead on the Sword Coast.
Yep.
And possibly all of Faerun.
Sure, that too.
By the way, you did not meet her in a tavern. She brought you to her house.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was day drinking involved. I may have been drunk. I'm
Okay, so you met with her, and then how did we get to
We got
Port?
teleported to Port Nyanzaru?
Nyanzaru.
Yep.
Yep, Nyanzaru.
And we bought some donkeys,
Mm-hmm.
churraburo, couscous, and buffet.
Yep.
stared at some dinosaurs.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have
We saved.
secured lodging at Kaya's House of
Yeah.
Repose.
You haven't. You were about
we
to
just walked
enter.
We
As we
arrived.
ended.
Sure.
And we also fought some velociraptors.
We did.
Did.
Tricky
Why'd
guy.
you fight velociraptors?
Because we
Were.
saved Bellum's husband, who was sentenced to death for stealing, falsely accused.
Very.
And apparently there's one sentence for every crime in this city, and it is death by velociraptor.
Or challenge of velociraptor.
I can't imagine that doesn't end in death very often.
It's a
Well,
gauntlet.
Well,
You
for
Well,
were-
there's that guy who does it for sport.
True.
Namakoots. He keeps going on purpose because he just wants to run with the dinosaurs, which I mean, lame, but
yeah. I think that pretty well covers what you guys did last week. So you are at the house. You were just outside the House of Repose,
mhm.
and there's some music going on. No, not this one. It was.
Oh, yeah, the seagulls. I missed you, seagulls.
You mean these bards play music, Worm?
Not all bards play music.
I know.
Hashtag not all bards.
Some
Some
are
are
fire
storytellers.
jugglers.
I watched Xena. I know.
Okay, so busy city, and you want to go into the House of Repose?
Yeah. We're price checking, right?
Well, we found out that for one room, which has 5 beds, it's going to be 1 gold piece per bed,
Mm-hmm.
and then 3 silver piece per lodging of our donkey.
Mhm.
Per donkey for lodging.
Yes.
I thought we did decide to stay at this place.
We decided
I
to
thought so,
stay
too.
there, but we haven't actually. I don't think we ended
We've
up.
not purchased our room.
Oh no, we did because
No.
I actually took my gold off already.
Or we did. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think there may have just been confusion at the end of the session. We were trying to get someplace and wrap up.
Yeah.
One gold
I
per-
think we even ran over by a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those, okay, let's end.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna pay my gold for my room.
Okay. And then, Mermet said that she is restarting everything, if you guys haven't seen the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got all of that. And you have picked Kaya's House of Repose. And there is something that you guys notice when you kind of sit down and take your bearings. There is clearly a notice board just inside.
Yes. Everyone loves a good notice board.
Ooh,
Leveling up jobs. Leveling up jobs. And just a reminder, I am still in my tiefling face.
Yes, you are still in your tiefling face. Okay, so would you like to go to the notice board?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are only 2 things on the notice board, and they're not actually jobs.
Dang it.
Word.
They're people who are looking to be hired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, let's put a sign up.
Well, no, aren't we meant to be looking for a guide for the
Oh, are they guides?
yes. Here's the first one.
It's almost like it's a plot point.
It's almost like I remembered something important.
You did. That's awesome.
I'm proud. I take notes.
Yeah, you
I'm being
do.
rude.
Because you were rude today.
So the first one that you look out
I like.
says, why pay for one guide when you can have 2 for the same price? We have the smarts, the goods, and our own Triceratops. Treasure abounds. When we're done leading you to all the ancient sites and sacred places that we know of, you'll be swimming in gold and magic. All the other guides will lead you in circles and make you do all the work. Don't be fooled. When we return to Port Nyanzaru, you will have tales and fortunes enough to last a lifetime. Our price is 5 gold pieces per day, with a 30-day payment up front, but we're glad to reduce our rate for equal shares of any treasure found.
So they have 5 gold pieces per day plus a Triceratops, which I'm putting absolutely in their plus common. All right.
The Triceratops is pretty cool.
Did it come with references?
The
The
Triceratops?
Triceratops.
I'm sure the Triceratops.
Guides.
I mean, I think the Triceratops is the reference.
Not on this notice that they put up.
Do they
50
mention they have?
upfront.
References might not be a thing in this world.
There's always word of mouth. What are you talking about?
What's the other one?
The other one...
The other one no one goes for. Because
Because there's no
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
I should probably ask our
Maybe
host.
this other one has 2 Triceratops.
Well, I
Maybe.
believe that the lady who hired us had said her host may be able to help us find a guide too. Maybe we should cross-reference with
That's fair.
remembering correct.
Jeez, Kane, being all, knowing what you're talking about.
How dare I logic?
Right? That's the worst thing
I
you've
will-
ever done.
I mean, I'll just remind everyone that Kane also led us straight to Strahd.
Yes, we will never let you forget that
Hey,
game.
that turned out okay though.
It's true. For some confusing reason, we didn't all die.
Yeah. Not all of you
Yay,
did.
Blaine
Not all of
made
us.
us back.
Hey,
Made it back.
we got you back. We resurrected you.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I'll remember that.
So, Wormet, did you miss that you were looking at notice boards for guides?
There's Triceratops.
There is a Triceratops.
Yeah, I couldn't hear even past what I said of the recap from last time.
Okay. So, well, you should be able
just
to
let me back in.
You should be able to see it in your handouts. I'm not going to read it again. We're going to move on to the next one. And then the second one is this one. It says, I have led many expeditions through the wilds of Chult. I know secret trails that appear on no map. Hire others at your own peril. Azaka and Elku have led expeditions into the jungle that have never returned. Ferrol and Gondalo are charlatans, plain and simple.
Somebody said it.
Old Hugh suffers from mad monkey fever. I'm sure of it. Musharab is an albino dwarf, and they're not to be trusted.
Oh,
and I
got a little
hear...
racist. Hot, but kind of racist.
And I hear that River Mist, and Flask of Wine owe money to the Zentarum.
If anything, if we ever need dirt on anybody, let's go to this lady.
Yeah.
Oh, Simrite.
Simrite.
Though, if you have to resort to smear campaigns.
Also, she doesn't expect 30 days in advance.
That's true.
She
Or
doesn't
she's not
say that.
Advertise that.
All right, let's just put this in perspective of the Me Too thing. Maybe she's just being completely honest because as a woman explorer, she's had a really hard time against the patriarchy.
I mean, listen, I was for her until it got a little weirdly racist in the middle with the albino dwarfs.
Yeah, that was weird.
It is. She does run a little bit of a smear campaign,
Well,
but I'm also. She's kind of hot.
Here's the thing. The Zentarum are essentially an organized regional-sized thieves guild.
Okay.
Who are known to also have assassins and poisoners as well as spies in their midst.
Sure.
What'd she say?
She says their River Mist and Flask of Wine owe money to them.
Because those are great names.
Well, shall we discuss over a pint of something alcoholic?
Yes.
But we should still check in with our employer before we decisions in case her contact has information about these.
It's true.
Guides.
Sure. But first we need... Have we actually secured our beds in our room
Yes.
with... Okay.
So I think part of it was that the guy that she's
you're
staying
back.
with has... Yeah. I could hear you guys, just not well.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying?
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay. I don't know how to fix that.
Are you still having issues?
Yeah.
Discord is terrible this weekend. We had like an hour and a half worth of Discord problems on Friday.
I don't know if it's Discord, because you guys, none of you are having issues, and Worm and I are on the same connections. Any road. What I was saying was the guy that's staying with the lady, or the lady that's staying with the guy said that they would have recommendations for guides for us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Then yeah, sure. Let's check with our employer and her guy.
Okay. What do you get? But you guys are kind of interested in the two that you've seen?
I mean, I definitely am not interested.
You would
You're
not
talking
be
about for a
interested.
guy or you bet?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are gonna leave the leave Kira's house of respite, and I turned that down a little too much. Okay, and start making your way back across the city.
I wonder if this is what it sounded like where my parents were this weekend, because there was an SCA convention there.
Probably. That is about what SCA conventions sound like.
So you're just gonna kind of go straight back to where you started because you know mostly how to get there from there.
Yeah, that's
And let's see if something happens. Something does.
pickpockets again.
Excuse me. So that's what happens. I've got to get to the right page, sorry.
Side quest.
Well, dang.
What's he dying? Like a t-shirt?
As you guys are just about to re-enter the harbor ward, a man comes up to you and he asks if you are adventurers.
Yes.
Who wants to know?
What's he look like?
Just a normal dude.
What does that mean?
That's true. What is a normal dude in fantasy world? Worm.
Human looking. Remember, I'm trying to avoid racial stereotypes that are abound in Chult. Yeah. He looks like he is a native of Chult.
Okay.
We are adventurers.
He...
Dude.
Man.
Who wants to sense motive?
I don't know if we have enough to do an insight check yet.
Right?
Character
He just
sheet's
asked
not
if we were adventurers. I feel like that's a fair question.
We do look like adventurers.
He
You do.
explains that his name is Omala, and he is a master colorist at the Dye Works.
So it's not too bad.
Could you
What do
spell
those
that
things
name?
mean?
What was that?
Could you spell that name? Amala?
Omala.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, we are adventurers. Master Dyer.
Master colorist.
Yep.
He looks at you sheepishly and says, I recently bought some dancing monkey fruit on the black market.
Who hasn't?
This
Dancing
place
monkey.
is so weird.
Are we familiar
Is it
with what
fruit
that is?
dance or?
Do the monkeys who harvested the fruit dance?
You guys have never heard of dancing monkey fruit.
That's why we're asking. Or is it drugs?
He kind of waves his hand. He's like, all you need to know is it can be used to make dye.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Soon after I sold some dye with my black market dancing monkey fruit, I received an iron
Good
token from the... Let's pull out the pronunciation guide. 'Cause I forgot how to pronounce their name. Come on.
So what color does that produce?
Monkey
Dancing
fruit.
monkey fruit. Yeah.
He says he received an iron token from the Yatepa Society.
Would we know what that means?
No.
Like-
Well, maybe. Make a history check.
History check. Okay.
I'm not proficient in history.
History? Am I proficient in history? I don't know I don't know this character well enough yet. Nope, I have a 0 in history. I am useless.
I'm likewise useless in history.
I
I'm
am proficient in
real-
history, and I shucked. I shucked that roll so bad.
I Hermione Grangered the shit out of this roll.
Oh, something wrong
Nesta,
somewhere.
you have heard of the Yatepka Society. It was
Oh yes, Yatepka. Mm-hmm.
It was the group that rose up and freed Port Nyanzaru not too long ago.
Oh, it was in Curran Fairs not too long ago. They freed the port. Very, very important, current, up-to-date news.
Freed from whom?
I don't remember.
The blah 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 yada yadas.
Well, okay.
Don't you remember
Yeah.
hearing it?
Freed from whom?
The blah blah
just-
blah yada yadas.
Foreign societies.
That's
Foreign.
non-specific. All right.
I'm pretty sure Baldur's Gate was one of them. Like Baldur's Gate, the Nation of Amna,
Sure.
Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, a couple hundred years ago, the Spell Plague happened and almost completely destroyed the world. And in the aftermath of it, Chult was taken over by the various mercantile powers of the Sword Coast. And the Yatepka Society kicked them out and installed the merchant princes about 50 years ago.
Okay.
And then Omala continues and says, I made a grave mistake. I wish to atone for my crime, and I seek an audience with Kawathoe, who is the merchant prince who controls the legal sale of dancing monkey fruit.
Could you say that name again?
Probably not.
Could you spell that name? Kawyoothe with a accent mark over it. Uh-huh.
The one that points up and to the right.
Sure, sure.
Coyote.
Sure. He is the head of the Dancing Monkey Fruit crime organization, correct?
It's not a crime
No,
organization.
Black Market
Merchant
Dancing
approval.
Monkey Fruit.
No, he got black.
No, he
Like,
got
not
black
to the
market
chick
fruit. He
guy.
wants to talk to this prince to atone for his crime.
Okay.
We're the
So
worst.
his name is actually in the pronunciation guide. It's Kawyoothe.
Okay.
Quayothe. Okay.
Yes. He controls fruit, wine, oil, perfume, Taj, and insect repellent.
Sounds like a
Sure.
mafia to me.
Ooh. Insect repellent. That sounds like it might come in handy later.
No, we need dinosaur repellent. That's different.
Out of character DM, I have a question regarding the merchant princes.
Yep.
Do they get along with one another?
You're not really sure because you're still new
Okay.
to Chult.
Sure.
However, if it's like water deep, more or less.
Okay.
That's a good question, though. You gotta know if they're all like mortal enemies.
I was thinking, like, we're about to go talk to our employer's guy. He's a
Uh-huh.
merchant prince.
Sure.
Then we could be like, hey, where's your bro, Quayothe?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm just saying.
Those are all valuable thoughts.
They are. That's a really good question. Unfortunately, no one has given you that information yet.
Okay. That is fair.
We accept that response.
Maybe when we ask the one guy, if he's like, I hate that guy, then we'll know.
So, Omala asks you to accompany him to Golden Throne to beg for Quayothe's forgiveness.
Why? This guy don't know us. Does he know us? How does he know us?
He doesn't.
So
But
does he just need meat shields? Why would he ask us to do this?
Yeah, this was a question.
He's scared.
So the answer is yes, he needs meat shields.
He's afraid he killed.
Maybe not
So
meat
tell
shields,
me, good sir,
but
how do you anticipate our presence being helpful to you?
Mhm.
hopefully Quayothe will be more willing to forgive me than to murder me if
Hmm.
you are there.
Both.
And why would our presence make that difference for you?
Witness.
Other than the fact that you are all clearly well armed and armored,
You would like to use us for intimidation.
hopefully not.
Gentle persuasion, perhaps?
Supposing our display of strength results in the opposite. I mean, are we really wanting to fight the merchant prince right now?
Well, we're not committing to any sort of act. Favor, just accompany him.
Okay.
See how things go
mean-
from there.
I think we can say that if the merchant prince becomes hostile, we can.
Bounce.
Yeah. Is that correct, or you're not hiring us to fight if perhaps it goes south? I just want to be clear on our terms and conditions. Read the fine print.
I hope it does not come to that.
That's not an
we hope so
answer.
too, buddy.
That's not an answer.
What is inspiring you to atone for your crime of black market dancing fruit?
he can't make the right die, I'm guessing.
I still want to know if the monkey dances or the fruit dances. Did he answer about what color dye this make?
No.
No.
Sir, what
Um,
color?
Orange. It makes orange.
Did you just make that up, or does it actually indicate?
It
You
might
rolled for it.
somewhere, but
It's unimportant
Yeah.
situation.
Okay, so what's his inspiration for turning himself in?
he hasn't gotten there. You've interrupted me every time I've tried.
To be clear, I have not interrupted you.
If we.
Ooh, God, the puppy just came in here and let one.
I attempted to circumvent the lawful monopoly of the merchant prince. That was a grave error on my part. The savings is not worth my life.
Can I insight check him about this weird fit of conscience that he
Yes.
had after?
Like,
Sure.
no, you can check him.
Okay.
Yeah, enough.
I mean, I don't have great insight, but like this bro, yeah, never mind.
I might have some.
Jeez.
That was terrible.
Elgin, yeah. No, you think he's telling the truth. He bought it off the black market because it was cheaper. Received the iron token like he said, and he perceives that as a threat to his life.
Oh.
He doesn't want to die.
Thought
So we,
they're willing to go along with merchants' condition. Short death, of course.
I don't know if we fully do. I mean, from what I could tell, it's like a threat, basically.
Alright.
He basically had a horse head in his bed.
Best to confront it rather than try and run away from
that makes
He says, "Of course. What? Where would I run?"
it. There's always the wilds.
nowhere to hide.
That is assured death.
All right, where is this golden realm?
The Golden Throne.
Sure, that.
Right here.
Sorry, ping again.
Up here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the big round.
Yeah.
The one that looked like either a governmental building or a religious building.
Okay.
Yes.
Has anyone else said this? What's in it for us?
Oh, yeah, we haven't.
No, we haven't asked that yet.
You have
Good
not.
question.
He says, I have no gold to offer you.
What do you have to offer us instead of gold?
He kind of looks at the ground for a minute and he says, I hope you will do this out of the goodness of your heart.
What's my alignment?
I'm neutral. I don't care.
I would assist him. All would.
Oh God, why you always play good? I love you, King.
Character sheet.
Let us consult privately just for a second, my good gentleman. So we're just give us a moment.
Oh.
So Nesta turns her back towards him and then whispers to her comrades. Although there is not payment to be had here, I encourage us to follow on this endeavor because he's not asking us to fight and he's introducing us to other people.
Could be first.
Okay, fine.
And I think if it truly turns sour, we might just be in the position of like we wanted to support this dude following your law.
Absolutely agree. Pretend that we're alive or simply.
Okay.
I didn't hear what you guys are laughing at. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I almost just sneezed really intensely, but then it died halfway out my nose, and then I just died laughing and kind of cried.
Oh,
Okay.
And then just continue. Sorry.
Leon will join the party with only mild complaining.
I think we're agreed. Assist.
Fine. I'm true neutral, so I don't really have a stake in this either direction.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Okay.
Friends, good to have.
So
Who said anything about friends?
he leads you guys up into the merchant's ward. You make your way across.
We're going through Fancy Pants Town.
You are going through Fancy Pants Town.
Watch purses.
What can we perceive about what's different, or what do we notice? What's helpful?
What?
What was that question?
What do we see?
A very rich area of town.
Is there a marker on the map? I don't see.
Where
Yeah, there's
yes.
Elgin.
Right in the middle.
Oh, okay. That looks like an evil foe, kind of like a Harry Potter goblin sort of looking.
Oh,
Don't say
thanks.
that about your friend.
I think it's an elf.
He's a
He's a gift.
gift.
Yeah, I couldn't see. It's
Gift
not a great
bearer.
picture when it's tiny.
Zoom in.
I still don't actually know what a GIF is because I'm not that versed in D&D. So
They're space elves.
Kind of.
Kinda.
Created by mind flayers.
oh, that's fun.
They're kind of like space drow that themselves from.
Oh yeah. Didn't they communicate with Doctor Who through like the gas lamps?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, episode?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They're a major villain in our queer game.
Sorry, guys. Continue.
So you guys enter and you go to essentially the reception desk, where you are informed that indeed Keothe is in, and one of the receptionists will inform him that you are requesting an audience, and if you would please sit in the waiting area.
Oh gosh, I hope there's elevator music playing.
Elevator minstrels.
There is not elevator music.
There's
Elgin
just
will
a
fill
dude
it.
in a corner playing
Elgin will
terrible
fill it.
piano covers of popular music.
Do you want to know how long you guys get to wait?
Yes.
2 hours.
Oh jeez.
Elgin's
Are we in the
pan
DMV?
flute.
The sloth DMV.
So yeah. You guys, it takes 2 hours for someone to come get you. The man who gets you explains
Is it
that
just like a big empty room that we waited in the whole time?
the reception desk is a little ways away. But yeah, essentially. It was empty, and you didn't see anyone come or go the entire time. And a man comes and explains that he is one of Keothe's people, yeah. Part of his retinue. And you were led deep into this building that appears empty.
Weird.
And eventually into a audience chamber where Keothe is sitting in a chair that strongly resembles a throne. What was that?
What a surprise.
And
Prepare the butt kissing.
Essentially, yeah. As you guys get to like the respectable distance, Omala falls to his knees and he kind of scoots a bit closer and starts literally begging for forgiveness. And Keothe looks at him kind of bored.
Sure.
And when Omala finally finishes, he nods. He beckons to one of his people who are standing at his side, and they have a whispered conversation in each other's ear for a short bit. And he looks back, and then he looks at all of you.
Yeah.
And he says, I will forgive Omala's lapse in judgment, provided you do something for me.
What would that be?
There's a man named Shago. He works as a guide out of Fort Balurian. If you kill him with no questions asked in the next 10 days, I will forgive Omala. If you do not, he will be sentenced to Executioner's Run.
He's a guide out of where?
Fort Balurian.
Fort Allurian?
B
Balurian.
Eluarian.
Okay. So we have to murder him to keep this dude from being eaten by velociraptors.
Or we could just do what we did. Be like,
That's-
oh no,
that's
we
what-
got this.
That's what Nista's saying on the inside. Like, oh, either way, he's okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, he can survive that. It'll be fine. Hmm.
I mean,
All right.
nobody interfered with
Can
us.
we have just a
interfering.
moment to converse amongst ourselves, sir?
He says, I do not see why, but... Alright. You can
Alright,
go
let's
in the
huddle up.
corner.
Thanks. Huddle, huddle. Alright, guys. Pros and cons. What are we thinking?
I don't think there's
Well,
any
that's
pros and
fine.
cons right now. He's giving us a 10-day period to do it or not. And if we don't, then this man goes to the thing that we've already helped other people accomplish. So either way, I think this is a win-win.
So we're just not going to give. We're just going to be like, all right, that's been taken under consideration, and you'll
Well-
see within the next 10 days whether or not we do this.
Yeah, we can also just do our own poking around. It seems like he's saying no questions to ask to him. That doesn't mean that we can't find out our own intel elsewhere.
Fair. Alright.
He says, by the way, there is one thing that I forgot to mention.
Of course.
It is
There's
very
catch.
important.
Mhm.
You must speak of this deed to no one, ever.
Aw.
Out of character, I'm putting $5 on the table right now that's the guide that we get recommended to.
I'm putting Fight Club rules down in my notes.
Well, we need a guide out of somewhere else.
Sure.
But it's also very possible that
He could be
Oh,
here.
what?
Maybe.
brute.
Is that one of
Maybe.
the dudes that y'all read a flyer for?
No.
No, you
We
guys
read-
have not heard of Shago.
Well, we don't have to say anything about it, but we can certainly do our own research without asking.
So we're just gonna walk out and be like, okay, bye.
I think we
Yeah.
agree to the terms and lives. It's a problem. At that point, there's not much we can not trade one.
Does anybody want to check with that dude and see if he's okay with those terms?
I mean, I doubt he's okay with any terms outside of outright forgiveness, but I don't think he has a choice.
Well, he can see if
Yeah.
he values his life more, or if he, well, by asking the question, we'll find out if he knows Shago.
Do we see a reaction from
Lamola.
Amala?
Relief.
Did he look like horrified or relieved? Or...
He looks relieved that there's a chance that he's not going to end up dead.
Okay, he
Okay.
doesn't give a crap about Shago.
All right, so it's not like his husband or something, and it's like,
No.
fine,
Well, it
we
might
won't
be.
kill you, we'll just kill your husband.
We don't know what the relationship is like. I mean, it could be.
Could be his husband.
Well, he would
No
be the best
reaction.
to ask is not supposed to spread afterwards. So,
Kane, I don't know if anyone else is having a problem, but we can't hear you well.
Yes, I
Fuck.
agree. I was about to
Oh.
say something. You keep cutting out almost every word.
I didn't say anything because y'all's all sound is fucked up for me, so I was
okay,
like,
can
meh.
you hear me now? Sort of.
Yeah, it's
For the moment,
How's this?
better.
better.
Better?
Sing a
Okay.
song.
What? Sing? No.
Sing a song. Come on. Sing Sweet Leaf.
Although, Kane,
Alright.
you are noticeably more quiet than Nosy.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, my cold came back.
Ah, okay.
I was saying we should discuss this with the person on trial, since we can discuss it with him and no one else before we do any independent digging on top of that. Maybe he knows something about the targets.
Okay, so we just agree and get out of here so we can talk.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right, let's do that.
So,
Thank you for giving us a moment to converse, sir. We understand your terms and will fulfill our part of the agreement
Of some sort.
of some
Yes,
sort.
finally.
Your agreement will be fulfilled in some capacity.
he nods and he says, "Good. Either Shago will be dead, or we will see how fast Omala can run.
Fair enough. Thank
Maybe
you
by
for your
that time, they'll have a T-Rex."
Ooh, what's that? Sorry.
He smiles and chuckles at that question. And Omala looks like he's about to shit his pants.
So are they worse than the Velociraptor chicken? That we'll ask that later. All right. Well, thank you, sir, very much. I give like a really bad fancy bow.
Okay.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir. Good day.
Okay. So,
After we exit the chamber, Elgin wants to ask him.
well,
if we
I
can
mean,
get
you're
kind
still
of
being
into us.
escorted.
Right, once we're out.
So once you guys have left the Golden Throne,
Yeah. We'll find
Okay.
a quiet corner that we can talk to our friend here undisturbed.
Our
okay.
acquaintance.
Yes. Who is this person that we're supposed to go after?
I have no idea.
You don't know the name at all.
No, I've never heard of Shago, but it sounds like he's a guide. I don't keep track of the guides. Why would I? The guides bring people into the jungle. Remember I said earlier, I don't go there.
Right. All right. That makes things difficult, but we'll do what we can.
Help us understand what you're going to do to earn this life that we are giving you.
Yeah. Hmm. And why is orange such a popular color that it has a... Never mind. Anyway.
It has nothing to do with the popularity of the color. It has everything to do with the price.
The rarity of the pigment. So what are you going to be doing with your life, sir? You were asked a question.
I will continue to be a law-abiding citizen.
That's not good enough for me. We're putting our lives on the line to save yours and to take another's life. So you need to do 2 lives worth of nobility. What's going to be your first step?
Should I die because I tried to save a little bit of money?
Should this person die because you tried to save a little bit of money?
I didn't harm anybody by what I did.
No, but now you're harming somebody.
My character's just kind of like watching this amused.
Like tennis player style, like do.
Yep, like wishing she had a snack and a drink.
So you can't offer me gold, so I'm asking for something different. Let's start with, what will be your good deed today?
Ooh.
All I want is to live peacefully. I'm sorry that you were asked to murder another. That was not my idea.
No, but it's
that was the merchant
reality as
prince.
it stands.
That's true, but it's the price that is been asked to spare yours.
The price for what you want. What will be your good day today?
If you think that what I did is worth a death sentence, then don't try and kill this man. I will be eaten by the giant lizard in 10 days.
Okay,
If
bye.
you consider that justice...
I don't consider anything that happens in your town justice. This all seems crazy.
Right.
If you consider that justice, I have pity for you and your souls.
Wait, how did this get turned around that we were the bad guys? This is some toxic masculinity bullshit.
Yeah, we're just asking you to pay it forward, buddy.
Yeah, like pay for the next dude's coffee. Go volunteer at an orphanage.
So
there are
Nesta,
no orphanages in...
Nesta makes this this movement and makes like a whooshing sound and moves her arms up and down and makes an elaborate movement and says, "You have now been cursed to pay it forward."
Oh man, you don't want to go against that either.
My.
That
make
is,
a deception check.
That is rough.
That is the worst.
Yeah. He fully bought it.
Okay, Almala, we'll see you around. Maybe.
Good day. I look forward to hearing of your good deeds. See you soon.
He
As we walk
scurries
away.
off. Okay.
Let's keep track of that name. I'm hoping that this is somebody who actually deserves it, but I'm not going to take that on face value.
Shall we go seek out Wakanga and, what was her name? Hang on, I got it. Syndra.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
let's.
I just hear Wakanda every time y'all say
I know. Me too.
Oh, no. I wouldn't be surprised if it's based on that.
But I like to picture all those awesome lady warriors, so I'm alright with it.
So what I'm
Yeah.
super loving about my companions right now is that y'all just let me do that and are just like, yeah, that was a thing. Of
Yeah.
course.
That was,
Dude,
that
he
of course.
was totally not giving you anything. Like, I was kind of like, let's just walk away. This guy's a dick.
He's so entitled. Also, he didn't really ask us if, like, we cared about justice or doing good shit anyway, so I mean...
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so concerned about himself that he wasn't worried about the fact that we were just asked to kill somebody. So,
Yeah,
you know what?
And he
Like,
just random people up off the street and was like, I'm gonna shit all over your day and be like, hey, could you protect me against this dude you don't know? You're new to town. Blah blah blah.
So, by the way, the correct pronunciation is Wakenga Otamu. Wakenga Otamu.
Sure.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Wakanda.
Forever.
So, you guys make your way back across the bridge. And I assume you asked for directions?
Yep. Sure.
Don't
Do we
think
know
we
where
should-
we're supposed to find them anyway?
They're somewhere in the
Somewhere in this area.
Okay, in the merchant.
Yes.
Search.
So what do you guys think of T-Rex?
I'm very curious to find out what that means.
A
They
T-Rex?
seemed awfully startled and excited about it. Part of me wonders if we should just wait and find out.
Something tells me we may be right one sooner or later anyway. Since we're out in the wilds.
Oh, come on. Okay. So we've moved to a new map.
Darkness?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Advance.
Oh, I can't see.
Okay, I've got to manually give you all sight. So, Liaden should see right now. And now, Nosy, you should be able to see.
Oh yeah, I can see something. Tiny.
It's down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm looking around. Let's see. Maybe. You said it's down at the bottom. I still have a blank.
Most of the way to the left.
Yeah, I've gone all the way around.
Okay.
Let me just Here,
Oh,
I can
that's
just
why, because your thing isn't properly connected.
my thing?
No.
Yes. Okay, you should be able to see now.
Oh. I reloaded because I thought you meant maybe my connection wasn't. So it's
No.
reloading, sorry.
And then Kane should be able to see here in a second. Thought I had all of this.
Oh, there we go.
No. There we go. I see a dark path ahead.
I don't
It's a little
see
lighter.
much. I do see
Lighter.
something flickering over here. Phew. I see that.
I just saw that, and that's all I've been able to see.
Oh, there we go. And I zoomed out, and now I'm good.
Well, Echo, I'm just getting to you because yours is the most complicated.
Yep. Hey,
You should be able to see now.
I can.
Except you're on the wrong face. So let's change your face.
Technically, it should be a tiefling face. Technically.
There I am.
Why is your HP not working?
Who needs HP?
Right.
I don't know.
That's why. Because Echo, you don't have hit points. If you look at your character, you
Where
don't.
did they go? I was just looking at
Yeah,
them.
you had them.
Yeah,
a
remember
minute
that happened
ago.
to me. That happened to me last week. Same thing.
Okay, well there they are now.
Okay.
Lich again.
Roll
So I don't know why it's showing everything as dark, but there's a door right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get to the right area. Okay. So you guys are brought into here.
Oh. Okay.
There are
Ooh.
2 guards. Who nod at you and say that you are expected.
Nice.
That's always creepy. Everyone else creeped out on me.
When we're expected. Yeah. Thank you, kind people.
Thank you.
At least we're not barging in.
So you guys walk into here. And you walk into a pleasant, breezy, tiled courtyard that includes a splashing fountain and green plants. There is a washroom that you can refresh yourselves in before meeting the residents.
Wash some of that saltwater air off.
If you so choose.
I was gonna say, did the guard tell us that? Like, y'all
Yes.
need a bath?
No, just it is available if you so
Okay.
choose.
Sure.
All of the lights in this villa are lit by continual flames.
Nice.
I was muted. Is it this little thing or the big thing?
The washroom is this door.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't just take a bath in the middle of the foyer.
Well, some.
This is a
you know.
black room. Did I just fall off the planet?
No, it's just an empty room. There's actually a washroom in there. It just wasn't drawn in.
It's the theater of your mind.
Yes.
I always hate that segment on my podcast I listen to.
Theater of the mind.
Yep. I'm like, shut up. Just tell me the spooky stories.
Yes, Elgin will
Soft music is playing throughout the whole house. And there are swords and floor rugs and hanging rugs adorning everything. It's a very well appointed area.
Or were you just kind of waiting for the...
It's
Yeah,
me trying to figure out which room you guys are going to.
Okay.
And then now finding the right tokens. Oh wait, I have a map of tokens. Got a page that is just dedicated to every token in the game.
Andy.
So we are looking for... Oh, by the way, if you guys wanted to see what Queothe looks like. I forgot that Queothe was a female.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Hello.
that changes.
That changes
The
everything.
entire perspective of that conversation. I will
Was
now
that-
murder for her.
Is
Why
that the
didn't you
prince?
ask her that?
That was the merchant prince that you met with earlier, yes.
Well, it could still be Brent's. Let's not
And
put our
then-
Sure.
gender titles on her.
Sure. She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. I will murder for her.
Not sad about this.
And
My alignment is hot women, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
apparently. And this is Wakanga.
I guess, rather. Alright.
Cool.
So he comes down the stairs with... Let's see if she has a...
She
Syndra
should.
Silver...
She's the one.
Sylphlane. She does not actually have a portrait.
Oh, how unfortunate.
She just has a token with her name on it.
That's... Oh, okay. Probably not how I spelled that. Alright.
So they come down the stairs, and Wakanga beams at you and welcomes you and asks you to join him over in his sitting room over here.
Sure.
Okay. Does it matter where we go?
Into the room. He says, "Thank you. Thank you for coming. Syndra is speaks very highly of you."
Oh, well, that's nice to know. How's she feeling?
She's right there on the pillow.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
How are you?
How are you feeling, Dedealing?
She smiles with great effort and she says, "No worse than this morning."
What time is it?
My God, that was just this morning.
Yes.
It's been a busy afternoon.
It's been a busy day.
It's now about mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Even after the 2 hours in the
Well, yeah, because she transported us. And...
She teleported you guys fairly early in the morning.
Mm.
And then it was a couple hours
I don't think that, the turkey
getting to the inn and coming back. And then you spent a couple hours at the Golden Throne, so...
The Golden Throne sounds like a casino.
Your city has made quite the impression on us.
He smiles and he says, "Hopefully a good one."
It's certainly an interesting place.
Quite different than what we are used to, but fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
We had some jolly good fun watching velociraptors.
Turkey raptors, turkey run.
Mm-hmm. Turkey run of the turkeys.
Dinosaurs.
His smile very briefly seems to become pained, and he says, "Yes, that barbaric tradition."
Your town sure has a pretty one-stop shop legal system.
Executioner's Run is not the only punishment. It is merely, unfortunately, the most common.
Ah.
Is that because it's like cost effective or something, or like what's going on with that?
What are the other punishments? From what we were told earlier, that was the only punishment.
Oh, the normal ones: exile, various corporal punishments.
Oh, sure. That's
Um,
who doesn't love a good beating?
Oh, it's usually
Right.
not beating. It's usually removal.
Oh, of body parts, like chop off a hand.
So Syndra mentioned that you might give us some guidance about, finding some guidance.
Finding some
Yeah, do you have
guides.
any
Yes,
recommendations?
yes. The best two places here in the city to find guides are the Thundering Lizard and Kaya's House of Repose.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
I did see a couple names at Chaos House. We'd stopped there briefly earlier. Are there any you would recommend?
I do not handle them as such. They fall under a different prince. That would be Jobal.
Do you have any personal experience with any of them, though?
I do not.
Understood.
When I leave the city, it is generally to go to trading ports rather than into the jungle. As you can
Is it your
imagine.
recommendation to talk with Jabal to find a suitable guide?
Jabal would recommend that you search out one of his guides in particular. Most guides that you will find work for Jabal, but not all. However, if you hire a guide that does not work for Jabal, and you are caught, it will be death for the guide and imprisonment for you.
How do you know if the guide works for Jabal or not? Like, do they advertise that? Or is there a card or a tattoo?
They generally do, but one of the easy ways is Jabal requires that all of his people charge 5 gold per day and a upfront of 30 days.
So
However,
hot
if your expedition ends up being less than 30 days, you will be refunded the unused days.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Do we have 150 gold?
I have 100.
I've got 130.
I've got 141.
How do I only have 25?
Because monks start with very
Monks
little
start
gold.
with very little money.
Yeah.
My monk in
Yeah.
our home game started with like 15 gold.
I'm still more.
I'm an
Well-
inheritor.
I'm glad I can contribute to my good looks and curse work to our party, because that's about it.
He also says it is also recommended that you buy lots of insect repellent, for there are many diseases here in Chult. And
Malaria.
Come in handy later.
Information for later.
Also, do know that under no circumstances should you ever drink the water.
Well,
should-
yeah.
Either bring water, although that is not very weight effective. The other thing you can do is you can buy a rain catcher, for it rains frequently here in the jungle.
We should invest
Rain
in one of
catcher.
those.
I will also just make sure to always pack, create, or destroy water.
Perfect.
Yes.
Because I can create 10 gallons
Yeah.
of clean water.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Very helpful.
Does anybody have purified drink?
I also have purified food and drink.
Good. I think we should be all
Do
right
you
then.
let him know that you have purified food and drink?
No. I have this conversation in my brain.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
can.
Currently, I didn't take either this morning, but those are both cleric spells.
You are obviously a cleric, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing like the symbol of the traveler are on my neck. I'm in like armor. I've got a shield. I've got, I think, a mace. I'm about as cleric gets.
So, Wakango will look at you and he will say, purifying the water will also help.
Oh, excellent.
There is a rather nasty disease that one can catch if one is not careful from the water we have.
Tell
And
me more of this disease.
I am trying to figure that out right now. It would be... on this page. It is called
It's dysentery.
throat leeches.
Throat leeches.
Excuse. What?
Ooh.
That doesn't sound like a disease. That just sounds horrible.
That actually, yeah, that doesn't sound like a disease. It actually sounds like throat leeches.
This does not sound like medicinal leeches.
They are small parasites that will infest your throat.
They don't make good pets, I'm guessing.
Immediate symptoms include throat inflammation and shortness of breath.
Sure.
Guys, I might have throat leeches. Out of
Sounds like
character.
it.
No.
You can avoid contracting throat leeches by drinking only rainwater or water that has been boiled or magically purified.
Understood. Good information for going the wilds.
Two other things you should be aware of is the shivering sickness, which you get from being bitten by insects. The easiest way to protect against them is covering yourself with insect repelling salve, which is sold by...
Shogu, I imagine.
Yeah. Insect repellent
Shago?
was no
Mhm.
KO.
No.
Uh,
Quaothe. Yes.
Quaothe.
Quaothe does sell insect repellent.
Oh, we should have asked for that while we were deciding whether or not we'd murder that guy. I don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
That was out of character.
I figured. You can also buy... Oh, I can't find it at the moment. But it... You can buy the salve, or you can buy a... essentially citronella candle.
Mm.
Oh.
Good for camping, at least.
Yeah.
How
Was there one
difficult
other-
is it to arrange a meeting with this one who organized his guides?
No easier or more difficult than it is to meet with any of the merchant princes.
So just a bit of a wait in the lobby?
If they're in, yes. However, as you can imagine, they do not appreciate unannounced visits at home.
I was gonna say, I doubt the merchant prince has time to like give a recommendation for a specific guide. I suspect that he just anticipates that they're like freelancers who are gonna find their own work.
Wakanga does point towards you, like with an open hand, and says, "Yes, that is my understanding of how it tends to work. Just
I mean,
as
that would-
most of my practice, I have traders who do the work, and they pay me my share."
What is it that you're in charge of in the city?
Magic and lore.
Thank you.
I deal in knowledge, information, lost lore, potions, and scrolls.
Ooh. That sounds like a fun job.
What can you tell us of our journey ahead? we've heard that there are scholars that have been doing research. What do you know of their research?
I know that the death curse exists, but unfortunately that is all.
What was the third thing?
Lost
the third
lore.
illness.
Oh, the lost
No,
illness.
you said-
Oh yes, the third one. I almost forgot. Mad monkey fever.
Of course.
A magical mist creeps through our jungles. It is a thin, blue, odorless mist that can infect you with mad monkey fever.
And how might we avoid such a fate?
Don't go into the thin blue mist.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Thanks.
Sound advice.
Will do.
You can use Dispel Magic to destroy the mist in a short area. But, well, a 20-foot square, roughly, of the mist can be destroyed with Dispel Magic. However, the mist tends to cover between 400 and 2,400 square feet.
So Dispel Magic is like worst case scenario, we're surrounded and we need to
Not
keep
die.
alive.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's not like plan A. That's plan like C and a half.
Yeah, mad monkey fever sounds great.
So if we see the blue mist, run the other way.
Essentially.
What are the symptoms of mad monkey fever?
Insanity.
Cool.
Is there a cure?
Insanity.
What is the prognosis?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is it dancing monkey fruit?
No.
We inoculate ourselves.
Dancing monkey fruit is something completely different.
Jeez, how do you not know that dancing monkey fruit and mad monkey fever have nothing to do with each
They
other?
both say monkey.
I almost did.
So precise.
There are plenty of things that are monkey related in here because it's a tropical jungle. And that is
Yeah.
not considered racist for reasons.
Because there are literally monkeys in a jungle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most jungles, yes. Although
Great,
not the
okay,
jungle we live in.
Nope.
No.
That's sad. We should have monkeys.
Are we more
It's called
rainforest?
Sasquatch.
Well, it is a rainforest, and rainforest and jungle tend to be synonymous.
Alright.
But no monkeys in our rainforest. Well,
Unless you count Bigfoot. I mean, literally.
I was
they-
just
they-
about to say that, unless you count
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. Or humans.
Well, the most dangerous monkey. Prey. Whatever.
Yes, those are the 3 diseases that you can find in Chult.
I think we're actually in Australia.
Yes, everything wants to kill us.
Is there anything else?
What's a T-Rex? I'm sorry. She's just living up to, her history of ticking off for traveling maid.
He says, let me show you. And let me find a picture of a T-Rex.
But only a D&D tier.
That's true.
A D&D T-Rex, yes.
D&D Rex.
I was
D&D
reading
Rex.
the other day about how birds are not descendants from dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs. They're just tiny dinosaurs, and they have not.
That's true.
And they've not what?
They have not
Forgotten.
forgotten that they are dinosaurs.
It's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that video of the chicken stealing the mouse from the cat?
I have not, but I was reading stories about like horrific, barbaric stuff chickens do.
Yeah, chickens are they make great pets, but they're also like they'll eat anything, so they will go after rodents and all that good stuff.
So,
I had a pet chicken that was afraid of spiders.
That's just weird.
he shows you this picture.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the T-Rex is the one in front?
No, the T-Rex is the two larger things.
Sad. I was hoping for feathers.
Is he eating the one in front?
Here's the thing. In some art for this, they do have feathers.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because they would have had feathers.
Well, clearly.
Probably.
No, they would
It
have
is
had
the greatest image in my mind is like a giant T-Rex covered in feathers.
Have you seen
Yes.
the artist rendition that makes it like a puffball?
Yes, I have.
feathers.
That.
A T-Rex puffball. Anyway. So he shows you what a T-Rex looks like.
Looks rather terrifying. How
Good to
big
know.
are they?
They're very large. In fact, they are huge. He says that they're essentially like 20 feet tall.
Dear Lord. So again, if we see
You're a
that,
traveler.
run the other way.
Who is this lord you keep speaking?
We'll talk about that in private.
We'll talk in private about my lord. He says, there are two things I can offer you. I can offer to sell you some minor magic items, and I also have a book that you can read. It is
What's
a
the book about?
journal that describes a wizard's exploration of various places in Chult.
Interesting.
If
Could help.
it often talks about a companion, a shield guardian named Vorn.
Born?
Vorn. Vorn. And I can mark the place on the map where Vorn was found, or where the journal was found. Presumably Vorn is nearby. If you are able to get Vorn's control amulet and reactivate Vorn and bring him to me, I will give you a spell book.
Ooh.
Does that actually help anyone in our party?
That's a great question.
We don't have any wizards.
We don't.
Yeah, it's
The
true.
cleric, maybe? I don't know.
I can't use a spell book.
Yeah.
All my spells are granted upon me from the traveler.
We can sell that
Same.
book, though.
That we could sell the book.
You could sell the book.
Yes.
That's funny.
Actually, warlocks can learn spells from a spell book.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were limited to only the ones they get for leveling.
Nope.
Oh, cool.
Oh, there is one last thing. You should go to Fort Balerion and buy from the Flaming Fist a charter of exploration.
You said the what of Flaming Fist?
By a charter of
Exploration from the Flaming Fist.
I take it that's required to be allowed to explore.
By them, yes. We do not care so much. But they have their requirements. I'm sure you're aware. Baldur's Gate uses the Flaming Fist.
Sure.
So, yeah, the police and military of Baldur's Gate is the former mercenary company known as the Flaming Fist.
Okay.
And make sure you are here tomorrow to see the dinosaur races.
Ooh, that sounds
Sure.
like fun. And inside, my character's like, I might be able to pick some pockets tomorrow. That sounds like fun.
You might actually be able to join the races if you are lucky. Although, they prefer smaller riders.
Isn't that always the case?
There is betting on the races.
Indeed.
Excuse
Where are
me.
the races held?
Throughout the city.
Interesting.
But, he looks over at Syndra. Syndra looks like she is nearing the edge of what she can handle. So if you will excuse us.
Of course. Thank you for your assistance, your advice.
Yes.
See what we can do from here.
Again, I recommend that you go to the Thundering Lizard and Kaya's House of Repose to find the guides that you might need.
We will do that. Thank you.
Okay, so I assume you guys leave.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And Georgie agrees.
All
We
right. So
come here,
safe to assume that Salita is probably not guild guides.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she doesn't charge the 30 in advance.
Plus,
Well,
all
she
of the-
might. She just didn't say anything
Oh,
about
that's
it.
true. We could ask her. I mean, we could still interview her.
True. I think we should definitely check the Thundering Lizard, though, just in case we find an option that sounds better on paper.
Yeah.
how this map loads on my Roll20 is
Is
so
wild.
fascinating.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys once I find it the hex that okay. So you guys will have explored essentially one hex.
Ooh.
There.
And that's where the journal was found.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a map to that hex.
Well, sort of.
Okay.
You don't have any information about the hexes around it.
But, you know, I mean, we have a map for just that hex.
Got it, yeah. Just...
He basically just shows you on the map that you have.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, because this map is the map that Syndra gave you.
Right.
Okay, so
whole
he
thing.
basically, like, filled it
He's like, this is where I found the
in the
journal.
journal. Alright, got it.
He didn't find it there. His people
That's
found
where
it
the journal
there.
was found.
But yes.
How do you all feel about getting the charter to explore? I feel like maybe just to keep future problems from cropping up, we should.
Sounds like a good idea. I mean, always having official or official-looking paperwork is good.
Especially here, everything seems to be very much about paper.
Which is weird because it seems like there's also a very high chance it might just get shredded by a dinosaur.
Also possible.
Okay. Now we're going back to the port. Let's zoom us out a bit.
Is it like dinner and drinks time? We could go to the,
If you leave now for the Thundering Lizard, yeah, you'll reach there at about that time.
That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
probably the perfect time to go to the Thundering Lizard.
Check out the
Oh.
board
Yeah.
there.
Check the board, listen for rumors. Think.
Because it was pretty ruckus, yeah? I remember.
Yeah, it was pretty ruckus.
Let the
It-
wild rumpus start.
There
And
you
the
go.
fact that it was pretty ruckus in like roughly the morning.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's see if anything happens on your way there. It doesn't. Okay, so, yeah, you managed to make your way through the city. And you get there at dinner time.
Fun.
And one of the main drinks that they are serving is Taj.
Which is
You have heard of Taj, or Tej. It's one of the drinks that... It's one of the things that is controlled by Keothe.
Mm.
It is an amber-colored fermented drink made from honey.
Mm.
It is not actually mead. It just is described in the exact same way.
Sure.
Why not?
This is a local specialty of Chult. A mug of it
Ooh.
at the Thundering Lizard will cost 4 copper pieces.
Cheap.
Sure. I'll take a mug of that.
I'll buy the round. First round.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yay!
20
Should we
coppers.
roll to stay sober?
2 silver.
2 silver. Okay.
Not off of 1.
10 copper into 1 silver, 10 silver into 1 gold.
Everybody has different, alcohol
Okay.
tolerances.
Okay, 2 silver.
would somebody buy me a beverage?
I bought a round of the Tej for everyone.
Okay, so making sure that this is the right person on the board.
All 10 to 10. You get it. No. Drop my stuff.
Yes. So the first person that you find, the first note that you find is of Azka. If you need a guide to get you through the jungle alive, look no farther. I was born in the jungle. I know its dangers well and how best to avoid them. Should you choose me, you may rest assured that your party is in safe hands. I charge 5 gold per day and require a 30-day payment up front. For those adventurers who aid me in a personal quest, I will waive my fee and guide them to places no one else has found. This quest will take us to Firefinger. The evil terrafolk that roost atop Firefinger stole a wooden mask from me, and I want it back.
Interesting.
I would totally be willing to go on a side quest with this lady, both just in general and to save us a ton of gold.
Leonin is intrigued.
I would like her to
Terrafolk.
braid my hair.
I just want to hang out with her. She seems cool.
Echo is scared and horny.
Woo!
Apparently. Do you want to see the second?
Yeah, I guess.
May as well.
Okay. This is for Iku. While the lure of pillaging the antiquity of Chult is a temptation, I appeal to those who find fulfillment in doing actual good in the world. I seek to rid the jungle of evil. There are many ruins and ancient temples that must be reclaimed so that the spirits of nature can return to their sacred places and live in peace.
Ooh, look at this nice young fellow.
Gender neutral looking character, actually.
It's true.
She is a woman. There are evil impostors who seek to blind you with promises of gold, but will only guide your throats to their blades. My rates are standard, 5 gold pieces a day with a 30-day payment up front. A small portion goes to pay off the merchant prince Jobel, the rest I give to charity.
She's either lying or a really annoying goody-goody.
Yep. Nobody's this good.
I feel like the first one's a better fit for our ragtag group.
For our morally ambiguous.
Listen, out of all the options so far, Leonin really likes Ozaka the best.
Yeah,
There are 3 more here.
Oh, okay.
The next one is Hugh Hackenstone.
Yikes.
I've stood atop every mountain in Chult. I know every gorge and crevasse, every plateau and trail. My memory is an iron trap. I forget nothing. Trust a dwarf, I always say, because a dwarf will never steer you wrong. Fearless I am. There's no dragon, beast, or undead horror that scares me. You want a guide who runs away at the first sign of danger? No, you want a dwarf. And I'm the toughest dwarf around. Red Dragon bit off my arm, yet here I stand. Takes more than a dragon to stop Hugh Hackenstone. I charge 5 gold coins a day and expect a 30-day payment up front. Best coin you'll ever spend, I promise you.
Huh.
Well, he's a rowdy dwarf.
What did you do to piss off the dragon?
So that is Hugh. Then there is Masharib. The jungle is my home. I know it well. I can guide you anywhere in Chult for a fee of 5 gold pieces a day. If adventure is what you seek, join my quest to reclaim Hrakenhammer, my clan's ancestral forge. A volcanic eruption forced us to abandon it many years ago. The fire newts that have since taken over must be driven out or destroyed. At the very least, we must sneak in and recover a relic known as Moradin's Gauntlet. The fire newts must not be allowed to keep it. If you love dwarven kind, then hear my plea and join me in returning Hrakenhammer to its rightful owners. I will waive my fee for your promise of assistance.
We're all elves and not dwarves, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of character, this module steals a lot of shit from the Lord of the Rings. It's crazy.
Just a few references.
Well, the other 2 guides, the like, I don't know, son and whatever, they looked like Frodo and Bilbo.
And then the last one is River Mist and Flask of Wine. Beware Jobal
Is this
and
a
his...
dating profile?
No, they were mentioned in the
They
other...
were mentioned.
They all have been mentioned. Salinas.
Alita said that they were crap. No, they owed money to people.
Beware Jobal and his no-good flunkies. That merchant prince is as trustworthy as a sack of snakes, as are most of his guides. If you choose us, we will never leave you astray. River and Flask are up to the task. That's our motto. Chult is our playground. We're fast, reliable, and we know what we're doing. 5 gold pieces a day and a 30-day advance is what Jobel's flunkies demand. We're happy to serve as guides for only 4 gold pieces a day with no payment up front. Even better, we'll waive the fee entirely for equal shares in whatever treasures we help find.
So how do they not get sentenced to death?
They haven't been caught yet.
That's true.
They're cat people? I don't know.
They're tabaxi.
Tabaxi. The names especially sound tabaxi. I kind of like the sound of Asuka, so.
And I think you mentioned that you wanted to try and gather some information.
Yes, do some listening around the inn bar
Okay.
thing, and have some food.
So,
And yeah, maybe get like more of a feel for the area and the gossip, maybe the politics.
So, for anyone who wants to dedicate an hour to trying to find some information, can make an insight check.
Carouse.
Does it have to be insight?
It has to be insight.
Oh, insight's good. Never mind. Cancel that.
I am not insightful.
These are the 2 that are definitely not people.
Okay. La'Aden, are you going to insight or no?
Sorry, I was AFK.
We're
Okay.
insighting the different profiles, I think, or the general room. Sorry, we
What
had
was
a
that?
kid talking thing.
No, this is to spend an hour kind of talking to the people in the room,
Okay.
trying to figure out information.
No, Leodin's not a people person. She's just gonna drink her drink. Mind her
It would
business.
also just be gleaning information.
Yeah,
That's what he described earlier.
eavesdrop.
All right. I mean, I can eavesdrop, but I'm not.
This is specifically
Bullet.
spent talking to people.
Okay, then.
No,
No.
never mind.
It's like real life.
She has 0 charisma. That's not her bag. She wants to be out of the city.
Okay, so Elgin, let's figure out what you find out. You hear that there are giant snapping turtles in Snapping Turtle Bay. One of them is as big as a house. He is known as King Toba, and his shells have gemstones embedded in it.
Toba, the gemstone ship.
Does he get really mad when you blow bubbles in its face and it
And then the other person who succeeded was Wyrmet, who is currently playing Nesta. Oh, Nesta. You hear that some of the city folk were expecting the arrival of a Halruan airship called the Star Goddess. It never arrived, and the person you were talking to bets that it crashed into the jungle somewhere.
Ooh. That sounds interesting.
And you know that Helrua is a country far to the south.
Well, an hour for a little piece of information. What happened here?
At least we'll know what we're seeing if we see it.
So, do you guys want to meet with any of the guides?
I mean, I'm voting for Aka.
Yeah, Asuka sounds pretty cool. And Salida only had the bad thing Salida had to say about Asuka was that their parties didn't come back. So I'm guessing people tried to help, failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, should we...
So you guys ask around for Azaka, and you actually find out that she is currently in the Thundering Lizard.
Huh.
That's where we are.
Yes, that's where we are.
Andy?
Yep. Someone leads you over to her table, which is not in a corner.
Not gonna Han Solo on us. Or Strider.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
She does sit with her back to the wall, though.
As you would.
And she looks you up and down, and she says, you looking to become my newest clients?
Potentially we are.
Huh.
I don't know why I keep talking. I have such low charisma.
Your flyer certainly caught our attention.
As it's supposed to.
Why are all your character voices snotty?
I don't have an answer for that. Apparently that's what I default to.
So we're interested in hiring, but we're also quite curious about your personal quest. I heard rumor that maybe some previous parties hadn't come back. Was that possibly part of this? Was that part of the problem?
Any guide worth their salt, who has been on several expeditions, has had at least one that has not come back.
Reasonable enough.
It's a
But
very dangerous jungle out there.
We are very curious about your personal quest, though. That sounds
Yeah, Georgie, tell him.
quite fascinating.
It is a family heirloom.
I take it your family is from here?
It's from the jungle, yes, as my flyer said.
Interesting. Well. Else have any?
You're not specifically looking to murder whoever has a mask. You just want to get it back, yeah?
Well, if they are murdered, that is all for the better. Most people of Chult refer to the Terra folk as terror folk. They are large, pterodactyl-like people.
Oh,
Do we know what pterodactyls?
that's a good question.
Do they
We're not
throw
from around
javelins
here.
often?
They
Yes,
can,
what is
yes.
What is a terra folk? What is this thing? Creature, person?
They are
Hybrid?
an evil bird people.
Bird people. Crazy. Kind of like back home there's the legends of the winged elves.
These are more... They're part dinosaur people, like the tabaxi are part cats.
That's a weird conversation. Baby, I'm pregnant with a dinosaur.
That's not how that works.
But there's corn out there.
I'm sure there is.
If we were to hire you, when would you be available to begin?
Tonight, if you need be, although I suggest we wait at least until the morning. How many canoes do you have?
Currently, we're at 0 canoes, but 3 donkeys.
So you were anticipating overland travel through the jungle.
I don't say anticipating was a strong word.
We didn't know enough.
We knew that we needed something to help us carry our stuff.
and some all-seeing, all-knowing something just made us think we should require donkeys.
It was the traveler. Yeah, we'll see.
In Baldur's Gate, donkeys are the go-to creature for people who are who go on expeditions.
I mean, in fairness, we're foreigners in a foreign country, and we're trying to like fit our understanding of travel into this country.
Yes.
Yeah, we just assumed donkeys. They could carry our stuff. Let's go. Yeah. You know how that
So, are we?
How many canoes do you have?
The expedition leaders tend to bring their own supplies, and paddlers and other hirelings as needed. I'm simply a employee of you if you choose to hire me. We can travel overland, although it will be slower and it will be more dangerous. The undead do not swim very well, and it is easier to speed up in a canoe than it is when you are hacking your way through the jungle.
I see her point.
Do donkeys like canoes?
I feel like maybe we should have started here and then gone to donkeys. Do donkeys like canoes?
I mean, this is a legitimate question at this point.
Could we get some sort of float for the donkeys?
Ooh, like Robinson Crusoe style, where we just like attach empty kegs to either side of them with some sort of like netting.
That
Oh my
would
god.
Come on, did you guys read that book? It's kind of fun.
More of a raft, but
one that keeps them out of the water would be preferable. There are quippers.
Of course.
still maybe a raft to go along with the canoes.
There are canoes that just have seats for paddlers and are empty in the middle. Donkeys will be good for the many portages.
Sounds cool. All right,
So we
well,
can still keep buffet, churroboro, and couscous. I become attached.
The flyer you'd be able to find in the journal section.
Kane just went to deal with Georgie freaking out. He's our cat is so needy today.
She requires the 30-day payment up front.
We can handle that.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, she says she'll waive the fee, but she requires up front, but she'll waive the fee if we go on the quest with her.
I suspect that means if we go on the quest and are
complete it.
successful, she will then refund our money. Is that correct, ma'am?
Well, now you're making me relook at the handout.
Because it just says, blah, 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 I will waive my fee and guide them to places no one has found for people who aid in her personal quest. Aid.
If you agree to go on my quest, I will waive my fee. However, if we return to town and that is not without going to my quest, I will demand all payment right then, plus a premium, and will never work with you again.
I think that's fair. I mean,
fair.
that would be us nagging on our end of the bed. Sure.
Do you know where we can get some good canoes?
Yeah, a nice
Yes.
reputable dealer in town.
There are places that you can buy canoes.
Sure.
How many canoes are you looking for?
How many canoes do we need?
There are 5 of you. I make 6, plus 3 donkeys. Bare minimum 3 canoes.
Yeah, because we would need 2 people paddling and a donkey per canoe. Sure.
I would recommend More?
More canoes or more people paddling?
More canoes. You can hire people to join our expedition, and
Paddle ourselves.
And they can paddle the donkeys.
paddlers themselves will generally cost about a silver each per day. If you wish to hire some guards, they are going to cost about 5 silver each per day.
You know, I'm feeling that this specific module is really pushing the higher lean situation.
You know, extra meat shields.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have red shirts.
Could somebody does somebody feel up for it? To like make a handshake or a gentleman's agreement or something that she's in our employ.
What? When she's not in our
What?
Nothing. Someone who illusionary face, could they be the one to do the handshake?
Probably.
I don't really touch people for that specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could. I just don't have any money, so I don't feel right about it.
But we don't.
We don't have to pay her now.
Right, but I couldn't back it up if all things go south.
Yeah.
But I will.
I will
so-
handshake with Azaka.
Okay.
Or whatever the culturally appropriate equivalent would be.
A handshake will work.
Alright. I don't know. They could do that like warrior handshake thing where it's like look to the elbow.
True.
Pound it.
Fist bump. One arm bro hug.
The handshake is fine.
Alright.
Testament.
Azaka, I'm looking forward to our journey together and to your quest to get the wooden mask back for you. We are on a quest of our own to learn about what's the curse called?
The death curse.
The death curse.
Soulmonger is the
Death
artifact
curse. Soul
causing
Monger.
the death curse.
The soul curse.
So you
And-
you seek guidance. Is that what I hear?
I was just letting you know what we're up for. And I'm also wondering, what do you know of Shaga?
Ooh.
Chago?
Shago.
Shago, yeah.
He is one of the guides in Fort Beleriand.
Do you like him?
I
Stand up
imagine if you have not been there, we should go there to get to pay the bribe.
Oh, right. Is
Baldur's
that
Gate.
is that where we need to buy a charter for exploration?
Yes.
Okay, at the Flaming Fist. Or
It is nakedly a bribe. The Baldur's Gate pretends that they own a good chunk of Chult.
Are they a bunch of white people?
They are a bunch of white people.
I can't imagine.
This just smelled of colonialism.
They're also foolish and bring their metal armor into the jungle.
Oh, that's a good point. Don't have metal armor in the. I've changed shirt. Should I change that out?
She shrugs and says, take good care of it and don't be there too long, and it shouldn't be too much of an issue. As long as you don't attempt to occupy the jungle with your plate mail, you will not find too much difficulty in making sure it doesn't rust away.
Not looking to occupy anything.
She sort of smiles at this. Then That is good. However, for guidance, we should meet. We should go to Saja Nabaza. She's the powerful and wise guardian Naga of Orulanga.
That's a lot of words you just threw at us.
Cool. Let's do it.
Do you need a handout?
Wait, Guardian Naga?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Do I know what that is?
Possibly. Let's see if she has one. So that is Saja. No. I can tell you how to spell all that stuff if you would like.
Please do.
So Saja is Saja, and then her last name is N apostrophe Baza.
Okay.
And she is the guardian of Orulunga, or Lunga.
Okay.
Yep. She, There is much ritual in reaching her chamber. And once you enter it, whether you are successful in all the rituals or not, you only have one chance to ever visit her.
Oh.
Whoa.
So we better be prepared.
As if you enter properly, you will be brought into her shrine as it was many centuries ago.
Oh, fancy.
And she will be there waiting for you.
Have you successfully completed the rituals to see her?
Yes, several times.
Oh, perfect.
I am one of the few people who has been allowed to see her more than once.
Oh.
I count her as a good friend.
Cool.
So, it's about 6 minutes, but I think this is as good of a stopping point as we're going to get to tonight.
Yep.
So, yay for hiring a guide.
Were you a little worried that we might just like wander guideless?
Short campaign.
Yeah, it probably would have been. Yeah, but no, the module talks a lot about making sure that you find a guide.
It's like pretty heavy-handedly, like don't let your player be idiots.
Yeah. Okay, so good night, everyone. Thank you for listening. And we will see you
Good night.
next week.